What if I told you that ABBA accidentally launched the digital music revolution, and that the first commercial CD ever produced was created on August 17th, 1982? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover how a Swedish pop group's album became the tiny silver disc that killed the cassette tape and changed how we listen to music forever. August 17th, 1982. In a Philips factory near Hanover, West Germany, workers press the very first commercial compact disc. The album, ABBA's The Visitors. In that moment, a 4.7-inch piece of polycarbonate plastic with microscopic pits becomes the beginning of the end for vinyl records, cassette tapes, and eventually, music stores as we knew them. Picture 1982. If you wanted to listen to music, you had three choices: vinyl records that scratched if you looked at them wrong, cassette tapes that got eaten by your car stereo, or 8-tracks that were already becoming museum pieces. Music lovers were living in the Stone Age. You couldn't skip to your favorite song without fast-forwarding through half an album. You couldn't listen to the same song 50 times without wearing out the tape. And don't even get me started on trying to make a perfect mixtape. Then along comes this revolutionary idea. What if we could store music as digital information and read it with a laser? No physical contact, no wear and tear, perfect sound quality every single time. The technology had been in development for years. Philips and Sony had been working together since the late 1970s, trying to create the perfect digital audio format. They fought over everything: the size, the playing time, even how the data should be stored. They finally agreed on the specs: 74 minutes of playing time, which was just long enough to fit Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Yes, classical music determined how long your favorite albums could be. So why did ABBA get the honor of being first? Well, it wasn't exactly planned that way. The Visitors was simply the album that happened to be ready for production when the manufacturing process was finalized. But here's the irony. The Visitors was ABBA's farewell album. The group was breaking up, their relationships were falling apart, and the songs were darker and more experimental than their disco hits. So the first CD ever made was a breakup album. Imagine being the person who had to explain to your boss, well, we've just revolutionized the music industry with a Swedish pop group's sad goodbye album. Here's the thing nobody talks about. CDs were a complete commercial disaster at first. The players cost $700, which is about $2,200 in today's money. The discs themselves cost $25 each. That's like $75 today. Most people took one look at these prices and said, "I'll stick with my cassettes, thank you very much." Record stores didn't know what to do with them. Music fans thought they were a gimmick for wealthy audiophiles. But slowly, very slowly, things started to change. The sound quality was undeniable. No hiss, no pops, no rewinding. You could play the same song 1,000 times and it would sound the same. By the late 1980s, CDs were taking over. Cassette sales plummeted. Vinyl became a niche market. Record stores had to redesign their layouts completely. The entire music industry had to rethink how it packaged, marketed, and sold music. And it all started with that one ABBA album pressed on August 17, 1982. A Swedish pop group's breakup album became the foundation of a multi-billion-dollar industry transformation. Today, we stream music instantly from our phones, but CDs were the crucial bridge between analog and digital. They taught an entire generation that music could be data, that perfect reproduction was possible, and that physical media didn't have to mean physical limitations. Without CDs, we might never have gotten to MP3s, iTunes, Spotify, or the instant access to virtually any song ever recorded that we take for granted today. And next time you skip to your favorite song instantly, or listen to crystal clear audio, or have access to millions of songs at your fingertips, remember August 17, 1982. Remember that it all started with ABBA, a German factory, and the crazy idea that music could live in the microscopic pits of a shiny silver disc. Sometimes the biggest revolutions start with the smallest, most unexpected beginnings. Who knew that four Swedish musicians saying goodbye would accidentally say hello to the future of music? What was your first CD? Do you remember the excitement of crystal clear sound and instant track skipping? Or are you young enough that CDs already seemed ancient when you started listening to music? Drop your first CD story in the comments below, because I guarantee we've all got some classics. If stories about how tiny innovations changed everything fascinate you, don't miss what we're uncovering next here on History Sparks. We're exploring more moments when simple technologies revolutionized entire industries. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of history lovers who appreciate how yesterday's breakthroughs became today's basics. Trust me, the stories we're sharing will make you see your everyday gadgets in a whole new light.